Welcome dear students. In today's video, we will begin with a new lesson that is human body and organ system. In this lesson, we are going to learn about the various organ systems present in our body, their structure and functions. So let's begin. Before we begin, one question for all. Which processes occur in our body during sound sleep? Do you all know this? So processes like blood circulation, respiration, excretion occurs in our body during sound sleep. Which life processes occur continuously in our body? So again, blood circulation, respiration, beating of heart, production of blood cells occur continuously in our body. Different organs in our body are working in groups so as to smoothly carry out various life processes. These life processes takes place in various steps. Specific organs carry out the specific steps. Organs, a group of organs working together to perform a specific function is called as organ system. Various organ systems like digestive, respiratory, circulatory, nervous, excretory, reproductive, skeletal, muscular, etc. are functioning in our body. Energy is essential to operate all the life processes in our body. For example, as we know, a car needs petrol or diesel or CNG to run smoothly. Similarly, our body also needs some kind of energy by which all the functions in our body can perform smoothly. And this energy we gain from the food we eat. Energy production occurs within the cells. Cells need the supply of soluble nutrients and oxygen for this purpose. This supply takes place with the help of respiratory and circulatory system. Respiration is carried out through following three steps. External respiration. In this, the first we have inspiration or inhalation. Air is taken in through nose and sent towards the lungs through trachea. That is the windpipe. The second part is expiration or exhalation. Oxygen from the inspired air goes through into the blood. Blood carries the carbon dioxide from various parts of the body towards lungs. This air is given out by exhalation. Both of these processes occurring with the help of lungs are collectively called as external respiration. Second, we have internal respiration. Exchange of gases between cells and tissue fluid is called as internal respiration. Your respiration is occurring inside the body and hence it is known as internal respiration. Oxygen moves from the blood into tissue fluid and carbon dioxide moves from the tissue fluid into the blood. The third we have cellular respiration. Dissolved nutrients like glucose are slowly burnt with the help of oxygen and energy is released in the form of ATP. ATP means energy carrying molecules. Waste materials like carbon dioxide and water vapor are produced during this process. You all can see the chemical reaction on the screen given. We have glucose, oxygen which gives out ATP, carbon dioxide and water vapor. Now we shall learn something about respiratory system, its structure and functions. The first organ of our respiratory system is the nose. Respiratory system and respiration begins with the nose. Air is filtered with the help of hair and mucus present in the nose. The second organ is the pharynx. Food pipe and windpipe originate in the pharynx. Windpipe is present in front of the food pipe. There is a lid at the beginning of windpipe. This lid closes the windpipe during passing of food into food pipe and thereby normally prevents the entry of food materials into windpipe. Otherwise, windpipe remains open. Hence, air passes through pharynx into windpipe. The third organ is windpipe. Windpipe is swollen at the beginning due to sound box. Windpipe bifurcates in the thorax. One branch enters the right lung and the other into the left lung, as you all can see in the diagram. The fourth organ is lungs. A lung is present on either side of the heart in thoracic cavity, that is the chest area. Maximum area of the thoracic cavity is occupied by lungs and they cover the maximum part of heart. Each lung has double layered covering. It is called as pleura. Lungs are elastic like a sponge. Lungs are made up of many small compartments called as alveoli. Rich network of capillaries is present around each alveolus. Walls of alveoli and capillaries are extremely thin. Gaseous exchange can easily take place across this thin wall. As larger number of alveoli is present in lungs, larger surface is available for gaseous exchange. Gaseous exchange occurs continuously while blood is circulating around the alveoli. An iron containing protein hemoglobin is present in RBCs of blood. Hemoglobin absorbs the oxygen from air within alveoli. Simultaneously, carbon dioxide and water vapor moves from the blood into the alveoli. Thus, oxygen is taken into the blood and carbon dioxide and water vapor are removed from the blood and given out by exhalation. The last organ of our respiratory system is diaphragm. Muscular partition is present at the base of the thoracic cage, that is the chest area. In the diagram, you all can see the yellow part, that is the diaphragm. It is a partition between the chest cavity or the thoracic cavity and the abdominal cavity. Simultaneous rising up of ribs and lowering of diaphragm causes the decrease in pressure on lungs. Due to this, air moves into lungs through nose. When ribs return to their original position and diaphragm rises up, pressure on the lungs increases. Due to this, air moves out through lungs. Continuous upward and downward movement of diaphragm is necessary to bring about the breathing. So from this we understand that diaphragm plays a very important role for proper functioning of the respiration happening in our whole body, whether it is internal or even external. That's it for this video, students. We will continue with the new topic in the next video. Thank you.